And what's excellent about being 13-11 right now is that we are in the 8th spot for the postseason in the AL.
Like, literally.
We're in. Hello and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Blue Jays. And I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Paleolog. And today... Okay, you know what, dude? I don't think that I can do the regular intro right now because we are over 500 and I'm way too excited to finish this intro because we are 13-11 right now. We're on a 6-game win streak.
Yeah.
We're on a 6-game win streak.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, like, you saw the Blue Jays in the first half of the season, and you were starting to call it quits. It's like, oh, it's over. They're done. They're garbage. This isn't the year. And then all of a sudden, they open up their home opener in Buffalo, and ever since, they've been on fire. They've been literally kicking ass.
I remember I literally said it. I was like, I think the perfect place for these guys to play would be Buffalo. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but like...
Could be a psychological thing.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's like Vladdy was hitting like 380 in Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know, like all the guys were hitting like crazy in Buffalo. Now they're back in Buffalo and they're hitting like crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's great. I'm actually so happy on how fast the season has turned around. It's been a 6-game win streak.
Yeah.
Has literally turned our season around completely.
Well, don't you remember 6 games ago?
6 games ago, we were 7-11.
When we were 7-11.
It was horrible.
And I remember, so I was literally like, I was at work. And I was also at work, and he just got off.
I just got off watching the end of the game, and it was disappointing.
Yeah, like I came back in, like we work at a restaurant, and he was sitting there. He was eating his guacamole. It's a Mexican restaurant, and he was eating it all sad because Vladdy was, hitting ground balls, and we were getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And I was there, and I was like, I'm working. Like, I don't want to be seeing these updates, but I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah.
And it was 7-11, and I was like, holy crap.
We're done.
This season is going into the garbage bin, and hello, blink your eyeballs, here we are at 13-11.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I remember looking as well, like, when we were down in the pits, like, at our numbers and how they were just, like, so low, and we were ranked, like, 30th in, like, runs scored per game.
Our offense was awful.
They were awful. Now, offense is one of the best in the league in the last 8 games.
Yeah.
We've jumped our runs per game up to about 4.61 now.
That's very competitive.
Yeah, that's competitive now. Going along with our 4.01 ERA, that's a winning formula now.
Yeah, that's a winning formula. That's literally what it comes down to, guys. Is like, you look at your average runs per game, and you look at your average your team ERA. If the runs per game is higher than the ERA, congratulations, you are now above 500.
Yes.
We've run into a little bit of luck here, obviously. Like any win streak, you run into a bit of luck, but in the end, the guys are performing.
And hey, you ran into a bit of luck. We ran into some bad luck. We made some horrible mistakes.
We did too.
Things are starting to come around.
Yeah, you can't negate that.
And what's excellent about being 13-11 right now is that we are in the 8th spot for the postseason in the AL.
Like, literally,
we're in it right now.
Me. Oh.
I'm blown away. I can't speak.
I'm trying to say out words, man. I swear, I remember, it was a couple of days ago, and we went on this, went on this win streak. It was 3 games at the time.
Swept Baltimore.
Yeah, swept Baltimore. We watched that last game, and then we were going into Philly, and I think both of us said, we were like, all right, well, if we can at least, split with Philly, then that would be really good. Philly, you know what they did? They undervalued us. They didn't pitch their best guys. They could have pitched Nola. They could have pitched Wheeler. I own both of them on my fantasy teams, and I know that they were thinking about it, and then they decided not to because they said, you know what, the Toronto Blue Jays, we can easily beat the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, you know what? You can't. Even though your batting lineup is hot, it's good, our batting lineup was hotter and our pitching was better. Our bullpen was way better.
Yeah.
And we swept them. And now we had Tampa today, and it was a close game. I sadly didn't get to see it, but I watched the highlights. It was like a lot of great work from a lot of the lineup. That's what I love to see, dude, when it's not just one person, but it's a lot of contributors. And today there was a lot of contributors. Shout out Biggio. He was phenomenal as well. He was a big contributor. But it's like we are now on a roll. And these young kids, that's the stuff they need.
Yeah.
They need to know, oh my God, we can win 6 games in a row.
You mentioned a minute ago about ERA, about bullpen ERA.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth. We're fourth in bullpen ERA.
Yeah.
And first in wins above replacement. So our bullpen, like you look at that game at Philly that had played when Trent Thornton got blown up.
Yep.
Well, literally, the only thing that's been saving us in these games have been our bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many guys. Literally, the game today, I know you didn't get to see it, but Romano, you got Dolis, you got Bass, and you're even starting to see Hatch coming out. And he had a little bit of a poor outing, but he's still really good as Baraki.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we're like, who do we play? There's so many guys you could play in so many clutch situations.
Dude, that's not a bad problem to have.
No.
Because when you think about, I was talking to a guy on Instagram, a Phillies fan, and we were chatting about the series that we just had, and he said, and I agree with this. He said our starting pitching is better than yours, but our bullpen can't hold up. And that in that one game, that last game in that series, because I saw the updates, like I sadly again didn't get to watch that video. Work, I hate you, work. But I saw the updates in the first inning. It was like Trent Thornton, like single, walk, single, like just getting destroyed. And I was like, game's over.
Yeah.
But then Philly's bullpen came out.
Yeah.
And they lost them the game.
Yeah.
They lost them the game. And our bullpen has not been losing us the game, but they've actually been obviously they can't win us the game, but they've been winning us the games.
Yeah, they've literally been winning us the games.
Yeah, they've been winning us the games.
They're keeping us in the games, and they're giving us a chance to win.
Yeah.
And there's another thing I want to talk about. We obviously know that we've been doing great, but we got to look forward to the games ahead, right?
Yeah.
Right now, we're currently at 64% odds from BaseballReference.com.
This is
that
like
we're gonna
Vegas, right? Like this is
BaseballReference.com. So they have us on a 64% right now.
But could we bet on this?
I'm not sure. Maybe we have to talk to Pat.
We gotta talk to our bookie.
Yeah, our
we're gonna
bookie.
chat with our bookie right now. We're gonna bet on this.
Yeah. I would bet that they make it.
Well,
Absolutely.
we've already bet that they're gonna win the World Series.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I mean, we have money down.
That's a little bit less than 64.
Probably less than that.
But yeah, so really important, guys. If we really want to, coming into this next stretch, we have one of the easiest schedules right now. We're facing Tampa Bay right now. This is hard.
Yeah.
So Tampa Bay, next 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
We got Boston, who is horrible.
Next 3 games, we have 2 more left.
No, we have three more left in the series.
Wow. So
Tampa Bay,
4 games.
Tampa Bay, 3 games left with Tampa Bay, 3 games with Boston, 4 games with Baltimore, 2 games Miami, and then 4 games Boston again. All right, that's 16 games right there. I'm projecting, based on all of these numbers and looking at what the teams are doing, if we can come out of this stretch at least 10-6, well, our record will be 23-17. And if we can go 23-17 into the final half of our schedule, then we actually have a shot. Because I projected that if we're good, facing a lot of New York, we might get 9-11. That would put us a record of 32-28. And being 32-28 in the 60-game season, that's looking like a tasty playoff spot.
Yeah, no, that's an immediate playoff spot, actually.
Yes.
Okay, and here's the thing, man, 10-6. That's definitely a goal.
That's gonna be our stretch.
We're
facing Baltimore and Boston. Boston 7 games.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is Boston, we do need to crush them. We need to go. So okay, we got 7 games with Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So we go. Let's say we go 4-3 there. So we win 4.
Yeah.
We lose 3.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got going on right now? So we got 4 wins. 4 wins.
And then I'm saying we got to sweep Miami. We got
How many games we got in Miami?
2 games. We got to sweep them.
So you're saying we got to sweep them?
Yeah, let's sweep them.
Let's be conservative. Let's say we only get 1. We got 5 now. What else we got?
We have Tampa Bay, and if we're being conservative, we win 1 of the next 3, so we go 1-2.
But we're not being conservative because we're hot right now.
That's why I want to sweep. That's why I want to sweep Miami. We gotta sweep Miami.
I think that there's more of a likelihood that we. Okay, this is my projections right now.
Okay.
I'm saying that we win 2 out of the next 3 games with Tampa Bay because we are so hot right now. However, we do split the series with Miami. What else we got? What's our last thing?
And then it's Baltimore. We have 4-game series.
4-game with Baltimore. And I'm gonna say that we just split that. So I got 9 wins right here.
7.
So even if we went 9-7, which I think is being pretty, I feel like I'm being pretty realistic right now.
Yeah.
I'm being realistic. We might even let's kill one of those dubs. Let's kill one of those dubs because let's go 8-8 here. Let's say we go 8-8. Even if we go 8-8. And then we also go, you said 9-11 in the New York stretch?
New York, Mets, Philly, and then Baltimore again.
Okay, so really tough stretch. We're 30-30 now.
Yeah.
That's still playoffs.
Yeah. It all depends on how the other teams are playing, because if 2 teams are above, not first and second division, but they have a better record than us, then they will kick us out.
I think 500 is going to be playoffs.
Okay, it all depends on how other teams.
Obviously, it's a variable,
yeah.
But when you consider that 16 out of 30 teams will make it in, it seems seems likely that a 500 team will make it in.
Well, I'm updating my projections, and I'm saying that we're going to go 32-28 at the end of the season.
32-28.
32-28. I'm updating it. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling hot like Jays right now.
I'm feeling. I will update mine. I think that we're gonna go. I think that we're gonna go 500. I think that we're gonna go 500. Now, I think that we should make a completely separate video on this. This what I'm about to ask you specifically, but I would like to get your instant thoughts.
Okay. Yeah.
With what's going on right now. The trade deadline is coming soon.
Yeah.
What do we do, dude?
Do we buy? Honestly, it's tough. If we could somehow work out a deal to grab a player who is not at the end of his contract, but maybe in the middle of his contract, and he's a good outfielder or good outfielder,
I'd be down for starting pitcher.
That's true. But again, I don't want it to cost us any of our bullpen arms. I don't want it to cost us any of our future prospects. So if it means that we have to give up our future prospects, no, I don't want to buy it.
Well, what if it was like a bullpen arm for a starting pitching arm? Because I think we have enough bullpen depth now to be able to give away for a starter pitcher.
Maybe we trade Romano for a good starting pitcher that's good this year. I'd buy it, yeah.
I think I can totally buy that. Because, realistically, let's face it, as of right now, I would say the worst part of our team is our starters. When you look at those, when you look at the innings that they've been giving us, we've been relying a lot on the bullpen, and don't get me wrong, it's been working. I love this. However, these are a lot of guys who are, and I want to say, I trust them, but they are over-exceeding from what we thought they would do.
Yeah.
It's I would love to have at least one more guy in our rotation. You got Ryu, he's a rock. You got Shoemaker, who's been doing
good games
good.
Today.
Been doing
got pulled way too early today, mind you.
I will say Montoya. I think Montoya has been making some crazy decisions with when he's pulling the starters.
Yeah.
He's been pulling them too early. It's not all their fault, but he has been pulling them too early. He's been limiting their pitch count. However, I can't argue that much because it has been working in the past several games.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trusting the bullpen.
Yeah, maybe that's literally it. Who knows? But, yeah, I agree. Let's get a starting pitcher. Yeah. I think if we can get one more, or even convert, Hatch to a starting pitcher. Maybe it's too early this season, but Hatch looks unreal. He looks so good.
Dude, maybe our strategy is that we just have these, medium, starting pitchers that go, 4.5 innings, and then we just have this elite bullpen that we have like one guy come in like every inning.
Yeah.
You know?
And we'll after a while start taxing the bullpens are gonna feel it.
Yeah, that's
every single day.
Is the thing.
We do need a starter that can give us innings like Shoemaker gave us 5 today, and like he could have easily gave us 6. It was just an early hook.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited about the Jays. Honestly, I feel like I've come back to life with this whole season going 13.
Agreed, bro. And especially considering that some of our young guys are starting to smack a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
Gurriel is looking better.
Gurriel.
He went a bit cold, but now I always trusted him. I never doubted him for a single second. He is definitely on the upswing. Biggio is on the upswing.
I was going to say, Vladdy's starting to hit the ball in the air a lot more consistently.
The numbers aren't quite there for Vladdy. However, when you watch him, he's definitely like making better contact. Like I'm not seeing it immediately go to the ground.
Yeah.
And that was our biggest concern with him because if you watched our Vladdy video, it was all about the ground balls. He needs to get it in the air, and he is doing that more. So that's at least something that's reassuring.
Yeah.
You know?
And then we're going to hopefully in the next few series, especially against maybe some of these weaker teams, if Vladdy can get hot, you know, if Grichuk could stay hot, if Teoscar Hernandez could stay hot, if Biggio could stay hot, if we could just get all these guys hot, then we're looking really good.
That's why I think we're going to win 2 out of the next 3 games against Tampa.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. But please let us know in the comments below, what do you think about the Toronto Blue Jays? Are we going to make the playoffs? Is this just a complete fluke? Do we suck?
I hope no.
No, we're gonna delete those comments. So don't comment that. No. Comment anything else.
Yeah. And if you can make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, Breaker, and Spotify, and also follow us on our Instagram for more content.
Yeah, because we just popped off with 2,000
subscribers.
2 months of doing these things. 2,000 subscribers. We are popping off. Anyways, thank you so much for watching.
And go Jays go.
Go Jays go.